7. Big 50-pin gap. Not that it matters. It's on games 1, and it's Krista Pöllänen open up on lane 6 in the second of this 3-leg match.
Just leaves the spare. No problem with that one. It's been clean right the way through the opening game.
Now, young Marija here has got to really find something from frame number 1. Got to get off to a good start. Well, it was a change of ball, I think, and a definite change of line, which left her 5 pins down and 5 pins standing, which is a pretty horrendous start. It's a big washout split for her. And she can only take 2 in the first frame, so already friends and family looking slightly concerned.
Yeah, she's really struggling out there, the Latvian Marija Tkacenko. And Pöllänen just keeps taking them away, frame after frame. She is looking good, the Finn.
Well, a member of Team Finland for quite a few years now. As I say, it's last year's World Games gold medalist, so she certainly has a pedigree.
Well, that was better from Marija. Pöllänen very much in the zone. There's that high backswing again that Cass was talking about. Well, it was looking good for the pocket, but left the 10-pin.
And that's the way to take the 10-pin. Start on the left-hand side of the lane, throw it straight across to the right, take the corner pin away.
Snatched at that a bit, and again misses the headpin completely.
And it's not just a miss. I mean, it's a country mile, really, isn't it? It's almost out the window. Takes a spare. Unfortunately, a spare's not good enough. Open frame strike, spare. Slowly running out of frames.
And just needs to remain concentrated, remain focused again. Gets that turn, but once more, it's the 10-pin that's left standing.
Yeah, just not getting quite the right angle into that pocket. That's why the 10-pin's standing up. But she's got the pedigree, she's got the style, and she's certainly got the ball to, what she hopes, take the second game as well and win the gold medal.
Again, leaves up the split. Tkacenko, that they're just really not falling for her at the moment.
No.
She's been inaccurate as well.
Unfortunately, that ball is reasonably weak. It's not driving through the pins. Takes away the 2-7 split.
And again, misses the headpin. That's the first time we've seen that from the Finn.
Yeah, very unusual. Trying to play the wider outside line. Leaves the washout. Just takes 3. So that's her first open frame in the 5th frame of game number 2.
Still with a healthy lead at the moment, though. A chance for Tkacenko to make some headway. And again, not firmly enough into the 1-3 pocket.
Unfortunately, her first ball, her strike ball, is really just going absolutely nowhere. That ball turned an awful lot, so it's 7 miss. She hasn't even made 70 pins at the halfway stage, and this match is actually falling away very quickly due to some inconsistent bowling on her first shot.
Well, now Pöllanen's at it. That turned far too early. Right through the headpin. Trouble is, it's been so poor from Tkacenko. Pöllänen hasn't really got to be ultimately at the top of her game here. Takes away the spares.
Yeah, the 3-6-9-10 was a good spare on the right-hand side of the lane. Tkacenko really has to do some work. Definitely lost her strike line. She's gone across to the left-hand side of the head pin. Doesn't carry any more pins. The most can be a spare.
You do wonder if nerves have got the better of her, Cass, to be honest, because she really hasn't been at it at all in this final right from the off. Pöllänen, on the other hand, has, and she's back on the strike trail.
I don't know if this young girl from Latvia has got any pedigree whatsoever. I don't know of her, I've never heard of her, but certainly Krista Pöllänen from Finland. So to be a long-term member of Team Finland, World Games gold medalist from last year, played on the European ranking circuit for several years, and is a bowler with real pedigree.
And again, leaves up that 10-pin.
Well, as long as she's sparing them, she's happy, because The girl from Latvia is making no inroads on the score whatsoever.
And Pöllänen edging closer. This European Champions Cup title, and wow, she's only taking away 5 and 6 pins at a time.
Yeah, she's not using a reactive bowling ball for her first shot, and there's no drive whatsoever. It's just bouncing off the pins. And consequently, she's not going to score very many. See how many times she's not scored very few pins on the first shot on her strike ball.
Pöllänen didn't really turn it away she would have liked, but took 9, leaves the spare.
Yeah, with all these spares, it's definitely going to be a lower scoring match than the first one, but depending on what happens here in the next 2 frames, as to whether the girl from Latvia can have any chance whatsoever.
No, again, turned too early. She just cannot get it right, can she? It's turning too early or too late, or sometimes even not at all.
Yes, just had no strike ball at all in this game. She's had a 5 count, a 6 count, 2 6 counts and a 7 count, and you just cannot afford to do that in a 1-game shootout.
143, 128 going into the final frame.
Yeah, Krista's just picking the ball on the lane.
And strikes out.
Take a strike, that'll do to start with in the 10th frame. That was secure victory. Neither bowler's had a double in this game, so that's been quite a turning point. That's why the scores are quite low. It's just that Krista's been able to make spares and off 9 on the first shot. So she's been reasonably consistent.
Leaves the spare for the second ball. And takes that away. And a hug from Marija Tkacenko. It has to finish off here. 183 for Krista Pöllänen. And Krista knows that she has done it.
Unfortunately, Marija can only, if she strikes out, which she doesn't appear as though she's going to, she can only get 77. So the game is lost. Once again, she's to the left-hand side of the hairpin. The radar has been totally misdirected. It's one of those games where I think she just wants to put the ball up, put it in the bag and say, thank you very much, it's enough for me.
Well,
show me the door.
She's going to be disappointed with this. I mean, her scores in qualifying show that she is a better player than what we've seen here in front of the television cameras. So a big moment has passed her by. But congratulations to Krista Pöllänen of Finland, who takes the final by 2 games to 0. Marija Tkacenko sure has a brighter future ahead of her. Disappointed, but can still manage a smile, the Latvian. But it's Krista Pöllänen from Finland who wins the women's event. The men's final up after the break.